Previously on Redacted.
Postmortem incident report regarding the case of the Skinner and Penny, heretofore referred to as the subject. True members in attendance, Eli Reyes. Meeting recording by Public Relations Agent Sloan Summers. Agent Reyes, I'd like to again call attention to the fact that Agent Kane isn't in attendance. Would you care to inform the mezzanine and myself as to why that is?
Sure. I'm glad you asked. With both Agent Montgomery and Agent Chadwick MIA, the casework is starting to pile up, and as a result, our unit has needed to divide and conquer, so to speak. Agent Kane would otherwise be happy to attend these sessions, but it's just not an option until the unit is back up to full strength. I'm sure you understand.
Very well. Understood. Please walk us through the events of the case.
Yes, ma'am. So, Agent Hawk's daughter flagged 3 disappearances in the vicinity of a hole-in-the-wall tourist trap called the Hoaxatorium. Hoaxatorium? It's probably Hoaxatorium. Anyway, Agent Kane, Agent Valentine, and myself infiltrated the museum. There, we made contact with the on-site employee, Penny.
You mean the subject?
Yes. The subject. Sorry. Anyway, this is when we began our investigation under the guise of a guided tour. Our initial investigation uncovered vast amounts of human viscera hidden throughout the museum. Eventually, we made contact with the aberration and engaged. It demonstrated high resistance to small arms fire, but had an adverse reaction to direct touch. Ultimately, we dissolved the aberration with skin-to-skin contact.
Sorry, can you elaborate?
Hugs. We hugged it to death.
Continue.
So this is when the subject attacked Agent Kane, seemingly in defense of the aberration. To regain control of the scene, Valentine politely and very gently escorted the subject onto the ground and then into the curtain's care, and we arranged cleanup with Ignatius. Case closed.
Wonderful. Thank you, Agent Reyes. What makes this case especially interesting is the subject's relationship with the otherwise violent aberration. The following recording is from their interview with processing.
I didn't do anything wrong.
I didn't say you did, but 3 people are dead. We need to know what happened to them.
He killed them?
And who do you mean by he?
Oh, I don't know his name. He doesn't talk. I just call him Mr. Skinner.
I see. Tell me how you met Mr. Skinner.
The basement. In the museum, we received a new shipment of ancient Egyptian coffins. I had to unload them all myself and prep them for display. Then I heard breathing coming from inside one of them. So I opened it.
You weren't frightened?
Maybe a little, but mostly because the breathing didn't sound right. I was worried an animal might have gotten stuck or something. But it definitely wasn't an animal.
What was it?
At first, I thought it was a dead body. He looked covered in blood, but then I realized that's because he didn't have any skin. Then he looked straight at me, right in my eyes, and I knew he was alive.
What did you do then?
At first, I kind of froze, but then I talked to him, just quietly. I told him it was okay, that I wasn't going to hurt him.
Did he try to hurt you?
No, never.
But he hurt others.
Only the mean ones.
The mean ones?
First it was an older guy, a customer. I bumped into him while I was moving an exhibit. He got really mad and hit me with his cane. We were the only 2 in the building. Nobody else saw.
I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Thanks. I ran downstairs to the basement. That's where I normally go to be alone, but Mr. Skinner was still there in his coffin. So I told him all about it. I just needed to share with someone who would listen. But then he stood up and went upstairs.
And what did Mr. Skinner do then?
He walked straight up to the guy that hit me. Then Mr. Skinner started singing. And then the old guy started screaming.
Why was he screaming?
Because his skin was peeling off.
I see. Then what happened?
Mr. Skinner walked closer and twisted his head around.
What did you do then?
Well, it made a mess. So I cleaned it up.
Why did you not contact law enforcement?
I didn't want Mr. Skinner to get in trouble.
I see. Was this the only time that Mr. Skinner did this?
Well, after him it was Sandra. She always made fun of me and the way I talk. And Marcus yelled a lot.
Did you ask Mr. Skinner to hurt these people?
No.
But you knew what he was doing?
Yes.
And you didn't try to stop him?
No.
Why not?
Because he's the only one who's ever stood up for me.
Damn. What a mess.
Indeed. Though I would advise you to steer clear of sympathizing too much. This is the first time we've seen an aberration be cooperative, let alone protective, of a human counterpart. More research is necessary to determine if this shared affection is an element of the aberration itself, or something specific to the subject. As for the deaths surrounding the hoaxatorium, that's a whole different beast. The condition of the flayed bodies leaves frustratingly little room for an explanation, and it's quite a bummer because I do like getting creative with it. Oh well. Instead, we fabricated digital evidence that the three victims were a polyromantic triad. We justified their disappearances by creating a paper trail that suggests a throuple that was going on a one-way romantic getaway to an undisclosed country for an unknown and unforeseeable future. Something, 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 yada, 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 finally starting their life together that they've always wanted, or whatever bullshit. Positively warms the heart, doesn't it? Ugh. At the end of the day, it should render them a non-issue, which is what really matters, so.
Wow. Poor families. Do you need anything else from me?
Unless you have anything to add to the record, you may be dismissed.
I don't.
Great, then I hope you have a lovely day, Eli.
Yeah. Thanks. You too. This concludes another episode of Redacted Postmortem, starring Lyssa J. as Sloan Summers, Athan as Eli Reyes, Natalie Magno as Agent Koska, and special guest starring Tal Minear as Penny. For more information, visit theredactedunit.com for episode details and transcripts, or patreon.com/theredactedunit for behind-the-scenes content. Thanks for listening.